Hello and welcome to the Dad and Buried podcast, episode 47. Does that mean anything to you? 47? What's your lucky number or favorite number? You have one?
22.
You're an evens guy.
Yep.
I don't like evens people. So if you don't, my name's Mike, Dad and Buried.
Okay.
Fucking fact. I don't like evens people.
You know what?
In your face. I'm an odds guy.
That's your truth. And you speak it every 5 seconds.
I've never mentioned to you before my preference for odds over evens or my dislike for people who prefer evens. It's never come up.
You're literally too busy talking about the movie Rad to
Don't
come up from
bash
air.
the movie Rad.
To come up for air to talk about anything else than Rad.
Oh, you got a problem with talking about Rad?
Talia Shire.
Yeah, look, she's not my favorite part of the movie Rad. I was just using her as an example of how she was the star of the. She's not even the star. The highest profile talent, probably.
So this is a podcast about popular culture.
Rad and Talia Shire.
And in 5 minutes, you're going to learn everything you need to know about parenting. Go. No, that's not what we do here.
That's not what we do. We
What do
talk
we do?
shit about our kids and about parenting. We do the same thing that I do on my Instagram account every fucking day. 24/7, 365.
Yeah?
Yep.
24/7?
Fucking grinding it out.
Every year?
Rise and grind.
I mean, every year. Every hour?
Rise and grind.
Okay.
Every hour I'm on there. Not necessarily posting.
No, you're
You gotta
stalking.
pace yourself. I also do it on Twitter and on my blog and on Facebook.
Okay.
At all these fun places.
Yep.
No TikTok yet. I've considered it.
Get in there.
I don't have the forethought to do like video sketches.
You have to
the
dance.
patience.
You just have to
I
dance.
can't dance.
That's what TikTok is all about, just dancing.
I can't dance.
Can you do the whoa?
I've never heard of it.
Well, you're fucked then.
All right. So welcome back and thanks for joining us. And welcome for the first time and thanks for joining us.
If this is your first time...
We don't exclude anybody.
No.
You know what? If it's your last
This is
time,
a
sayonara.
warm... This is a warm
Sayonara.
pool.
I said sayonara.
I know. And
A
you said
warm
it
pool.
right as I'm trying to...
You're saying
say
something
one.
gross about sinking into a warm pool.
That's right. That's what
Slowly
I'm
getting
saying.
acclimated.
Welcome in. This is a big time hot tub. We're all here. It's going to get a little funky.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it's going to get a little funky. You know what? There's the Band-Aid. There's a clump of hair over there.
Stop it.
This is the
This is
Dad and Buried
gross.
podcast.
You're the
Welcome.
clump of hair, bitch.
And you're the Band-Aid.
So tonight we're talking about lying to your kids, whether you do it or I need to bring that up. I asked the poll beforehand. Do you lie to your kids? And I got votes.
Right.
And I'll tell you what the percentage was. And then I got a shitload of comments about people and the lies they tell their kids. A lot of them were the same.
Yep.
A very popular one is saying your food is spicy when you don't want to share. We've all done it.
Mhm.
I do it with Nate sometimes. He's like, what
That's
are you eating
really
there? I'm
good.
like, it's fucking too
That's
spicy.
way too spicy.
You can't have it. You can't handle it.
That looks like a French fry, though.
It's pretty fucking spicy.
Super
right?
spicy.
So we want to thank everybody who listens, whether it's your first or your 50th time.
Yes.
It wouldn't be your 50th time unless you've listened to one maybe a couple of times. In which
That
case,
would be awesome.
thanks an extra.
Yeah, we appreciate
extra
you.
thanks.
And we see you.
If you like what you hear, you can spread the word with your friends. You can share on social media. We'd love a rating on iTunes or Apple Podcasts. It's not called iTunes anymore. We really would love a rating. Those are very important to us.
Yeah.
Preferably 5 stars.
That's a KPI, as we
a
say
key
in the
performance
biz.
indicator.
In the biz.
We were looking for some ROI on this podcast. We
Mm.
haven't gotten a lot yet.
We want a little synergy.
Okay, relax.
Okay.
You can go on Patreon if you want to throw us a couple dollars. We have a handful of patrons here that we really appreciate.
Our heroes.
You can go to our merch shop, shop.spreadshirt.com. This is all in my link tree on my Instagram page, where most of you probably follow me because pretty much everybody does.
Yeah.
How many people are in the world? 122,000, I think. Bingo. Every single one of them up my ass on Instagram.
Yep.
So we want to thank our patrons on the single dad tier: Chris Coleman, Miriam, MS Babayan. She's got a comment today. Check your kids at the door. Funny meme account. I say that every week. He hit 1,000 followers recently. Congratulations, my friend.
Good job,
M.
buddy.
Cedeno 1980 and Mallory McKenzie, who insulted my scarf.
Yeah, well, that was the right thing to do,
Was it?
to be fair.
It's the best
Yeah.
scarf I've ever owned.
And
It's
that's
big,
that's
it's
why
cozy.
it's so perfect.
But a lot of times you get a scarf and once
Mallory
you wrap
to
it
have
around
insulted-
yourself, it can't do anything. It's like a kerchief.
Okay, so
an
first of all,
ascot.
if you're
And this doesn't
you're,
work.
you're listening to this, you have to imagine that image of Lenny Kravitz walking down with essentially a
Have
sheet.
you ever
that he
seen the
took
photo
from the
where
hotel.
I have a photo comparison, me and him next to each other, with my huge scarf and his. You've never seen that?
It's absurd.
Do you follow me on
You're-
Instagram?
you're-
Dad and Buried? At Dad and Buried?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. I guess
Your scarf is so absurdly large that people
But do you understand
are
that I am
shocked.
fucking aware of
They're
it and I don't
shocked.
care because comfort trumps it? I'm not a self-conscious person.
Trump?
I'm sorry that I said Trump.
Oh my God.
God, I'm
You
bringing
son of a
everybody
bitch.
down. Anyway, I'm making fun
You're
of myself
making
because I'm
people- oh, really?
I'm humble and I'm self-deprecating and people like
Yeah.
me, doggone it.
Yeah.
Doggone
Listen,
it.
you walk in the subway with that thing, people are like, that thing has...
First of all, it's shoved in
It's-
my fucking jacket.
Yeah,
no one
and-
can see it
Shoved in
unless
your
I want
jacket,
them to
you
see
look
it
like the
because
Michelin
it's
Man.
beautiful.
Okay.
You know
Oh my
what?
God.
You're such a jerk. You bike to where I said school.
School.
You bike
I
to
do.
work and you're fucking button up.
That's
your
right.
goddamn fucking sweaters.
Look at me. I'm super sensible right now with my wonderful collared
Sensible.
shirt.
What a
and
cool
my
dude.
Amazing.
The dad bod
sweater.
tier, Barbara Geiger, also known as Funky Fee on Instagram, Morning Glow, Jacques Govar, Andrea Sandoval, and Bill D'Amica. Thank you guys.
By the way, Bill D'Amica
All up in
has
your...
not been called out for last few weeks. Why?
We just mentioned him.
Yeah, no, I know, but that's because I
'cause
failed to.
You failed to type his name on the
I
sheet. Your
fucked
one
up.
job. Father figure tier, Julie McCarthy, Joseph Diachason, a.k.a. Sarge, Paula Polsky, world's biggest CFL fan, and Jennifer Wynn. World's greatest dad tier, Mary Williams, Julie Burton. My new dad tier, Sarah, Desiree, Kissling, and Monica. That's not Sarah, Desiree, Kissling, and Monica. It's Sarah, Desiree, Kissling, and Monica. That's her full name. Anyway, that's all I got.
Okay, well, listen, we're gonna get into lying to your kids. What's wrong with this?
Real quick, do you like Lizzo?
Yeah, sure.
Nate?
I don't know what that is.
You've never heard of Lizzo? That's actually fascinating to me. She's pretty big, pretty famous. Pretty big famous.
with the kids.
But I mean, she's
great.
He's
She's awesome.
in the target demo.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying your age, right? The fact that I know who she is and you don't is a little weird. The older stuff, like the staples that
What
you
are
don't
you-
know and you're learning, is fine. Anyway,
what are you trying to like? You're gatekeeping right now.
I'm just shocked. He's fucking 30. Isn't that like the fucking sweet spot for Lizzo?
You know what?
Anyway, I think
Enjoy
she's
this
great.
moment
really
because I
like
can
Lizzo.
tell you're really milking it because you know an artist that Nate
Oh, I'm
doesn't
not
know.
milking it. I'm literally surprised. Anyway, look,
Yeah,
I really like her. She's talented.
She the one who's married to Kanye West?
I don't think she's married.
No, I don't think so.
That's Kim Kardashian
Yep,
West.
That's a
You
total-
knew that, you jerk. Anyway, I like Lizzo's got some good songs.
You're gonna hear.
She's a better singer than you think.
This
too.
podcast is gonna get so much worse than this. Trust us. Listen right after this.
Welcome back, everybody. Tonight's topic is lying to your kids and what you lie about, because we all do it. Before we get started, quick shout out to our sponsor, Kinder Perfect. Really fun party game, especially if you're hanging out with family over the holidays. It's like Cards Against Humanity, but for parents. A lot of funny punchlines, a little risque. If you wanted to be more drinking, the better.
Yeah.
With or without the game, to be honest.
If you're going to a holiday party, you need like a housewarming gift or something. It's
Just
perfect.
fucking toss it in your
And then-
bag. Use 20 off dads
Yeah.
on Amazon and 20 off daddy on kinderperfect.com. Throw that in the fucking stocking and stuff it right up.
Stuff that shit.
So I asked a bunch of people. I posted a poll on my Instagram and I said, do you
IRL?
lie to your kids?
in real life, or is this on the internet again?
This,
Where you're,
you know what? The internet is real life. I said, do you lie to your kids? White lies, lies of convenience, etc. 1,100 people. Sorry, 1,099 people responded. 1,055 said they lie to their kids. 44, that's 96%, said they do, and 4% said no. Early on, it was 27-0, and then later there were 4 people that said they didn't. And as you vote, you can see what the percentage is. So then people would see the percentage and then message me and say those 4 people are lying.
Do we know who those 4 people are?
I know who the 44 people are. Yeah,
Holy shit.
44.
I'm looking at them all. Fucking right. Yeah,
Oh,
there were
man.
40. It was 40. It was 4 at one point, but
44 liars out there.
You dox these people?
I'm sure a couple of these people aren't lying. But that's why I made pains to say, like, white lies, lies of convenience. Not
Yeah.
like, are you lying about, like,
Right.
who their fucking real parents are, right? Or, like,
Because nobody knows who that
Right.
is. Give me a break.
not like anything real. But I thought I can't believe how lopsided it was.
All right.
Although I can believe it.
So what's a white lie versus something real?
Well, you know what it is. It's just a lie that makes your life better. I make their lives better. That's from saying anything. So one of my friends for discipline used to. So have you heard this thing goes around Christmas? They say if you want your kids to behave, you make some dummy gifts. Like empty boxes.
You've mentioned
you
this
put them under
a
their
few
tree,
times,
and
it's
then when they
horrible.
misbehave, you throw it in the fireplace.
so
yes,
horrible.
obviously it's horrible. So, and a similar version of that is
First of all, you have to have a fireplace.
No one's doing that. It's
over,
a heavy
it doesn't
lift.
work
It's a
if it's
heavy
over the
lift.
stove.
Having
and
the
you're just-
balls
your
to fucking
hands.
go through with that, like we talked about this before, it's about the same thing with the faking the stuffed animal eating. Disturbing. You're psychologically fucking up your kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you do it once.
Just to
I could see it.
just
to give
test
it a
the water.
Look, I'm not judging anybody. So this is a slightly watered down version that you can do any time of the year.
Okay.
So you make up a dummy event, like you say, oh, we have fucking so and so's birthday, or we're gonna go to this thing, and then when your kid's a dick, you say, oh, look, we're not going to that anymore. I'm sorry, you blew it.
Okay, but now
But the problem is, if you ever
gotta
really do
break
that,
this-
the kid is going to call your bluff and be good, and then you're going to have to go to some phantom event that you made up that doesn't actually exist, and you got to fucking scramble for something. Because that's what would happen. You're counting on the kid to misbehave so you can,
Right.
replace the carrot with a stick, but he's not going to that day.
no, all you need to do is just refine your degree of behaving well. Did you just put your socks? Did you just put with left sock on first?
Exactly.
You're fucking done.
You blew
That's
it, man.
Done. You blew it.
We're not going to
No,
fucking
no.
Baxter's
Give me a break. Get
zoo
the
party.
Come
What's
on.
a zoo
Everything-
party, Pete?
What is a zoo party? Nobody
I
knows.
think I just made it up.
So, but also the premeditated nature of making up an event.
Yes.
Hey, Timmy, Sarah, we're going to this amazing event. If only you behave perfectly.
Yes.
And it's
if
on
you
Friday.
don't, you're fucking fucked.
You're so fucking. I'm like Mark Wahlberg from fucking that movie with the Boston.
Fear?
No.
The
no.
Departed?
The Departed. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck everything. Fuck. That was the part. That's my impression of everybody.
All
in
he
the
does is say fucking that?
fuck. Yeah,
Pretty
basically.
much, yeah.
Who am I? Fuck you. That's who I am.
Yeah, no, that's
Or
not what
whatever.
he says.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Maybe
it's,
go
something.
fuck yourself.
Yeah,
go
maybe
fuck yourself. That's my name.
So, but that is having that premeditated nature and being like, hey, we're gonna go do this amazing
Yes,
thing
so
on
most
Saturday,
of these
and just
lies-
knowing in the back of your mind that's a lie. That's fucking.
Most of the lies that
That's
people
ice
submitted
cold.
are
That's ice cold.
are of the moment. Like, I don't want to do this thing.
Yes,
I don't
of
want to do
course.
whatever. Right. So we're gonna get into some of them. Right. But first, I asked why the people, what they lie about, and why.
Can I just? Are these two anecdotes that are they real?
I've never done them. So I have a friend who has done the dummy event one, and I hear the dummy presents one all the time. Like people send me memes about because there's a couple memes that say to do that. And it's a funny, cool,
I mean, it's a
edgy
funny
joke to
for
make.
a joke. But
Yes,
like,
but doing it is
fucking that's
a
next
bridge
level.
too far.
Yeah,
I think
that's
for me, perhaps.
Bridge over the River Kwai. Am I right, everybody? Alec Guinness. Nope, that's The Great Escape.
No, it's not.
Pretty sure it
Is
is.
it?
Yeah.
The Great Escape is so fucking good.
It is
I
so
love The
good.
Great Escape.
My
Thank
God,
you,
and they play
to my dad
soccer.
for introducing me to The Great Escape. I love that movie.
It is
It's
really
fucking
good.
3 hours.
It's
you know what else
really
is 3
good.
hours? The Irishman. What would you rather watch right now?
You know
Great
what else
fucking
is?
Escape.
You know what
Say
else
it.
is?
Answer it.
Avatar.
Oh my
The
god.
first one.
Avatar
Guess
is
what?
such
Guess what's
junk.
coming? Avatar
It's
2,
5, 6,
3,
7,
4,
and
5,
8.
6. Wait for 2024. We're gonna be like, what the fuck happened with
Here's the
Avatar? All
craziest
we're
thing
watching
about
is
Avatar
Avatar. This is I'm talking in the past to myself in the future. If it's 2024 and you're watching the 4th installment of Avatar,
Kill yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
because there's 9 more coming.
You've wasted your life. Here's the weirdest thing about Avatar. It was the biggest until the Avengers. It was the #1 movie of all time. Not
All
a single
time.
fucking person
All
you've
time.
ever talked to likes it.
All time. Papyrus.
Everyone went to see it because of the stupid special effects. Oh, the fucking font.
Font is
The stupid. That was
papyrus.
very funny. The
Comic
stupid special
Sans.
effects. It's the least memorable fucking movie of all time. It's a piece of shit.
You know what, Mike? I see you. I want to put my
Stop
hair.
it.
I want to
I
put
like
my
when they
braid.
hit. I like
I
when she
literally
hisses.
want my braid to go into your braid.
Your braid, does that happen in the movie?
It feels like
I
it. It's
saw
a
that
little
on an IMAX with my wife, and my wife didn't know for 10 minutes. She's like, "Are these the previews?" I'm like, "We've been watching the fucking movie, man."
First of all, Sigourney Weaver's like, I had a thing for like. First of all, she's very attractive, but as a blue giant,
You had a thing for the blue giant version of Sigourney Weaver, and we will now end the podcast because that's the fucking weirdest shit I've ever heard in my
Listen,
life.
if you're throwing up in your mouth right
I didn't
now,
even
that's
like
the
Zoe
correct
Saldana
reaction.
as a blue thing, the stupid cat person.
Guess what?
What
Blue
a
thing,
fucking
green
dumbass
thing. Does,
movie.
she's amazing in all of them.
God,
All right.
unobtainium. It's actually a real element, unobtainium, or it's a term they use. It just sounds so fucking stupid, but
It's a
legit.
real element, or it's a term.
One or
that
the
you
other. I'm not a
use.
scientist. God damn it. All right, so I asked people what they lie about and why. Like whether they lie for survival or for disciplinary reasons or to
Okay.
make their lives better.
Okay, all right.
Erika Marie says she lies about anything and everything.
Ooh.
Piedmont 1992 says whatever helps in the moment. Ali Frazier 921 says I lie because kids are needy and they ask for shit at inconvenient times, which is so
Can't do it.
true.
Nope.
Rayo Kate says when I lie when I need them to be in bed, when I need
Yep.
them to eat, when I need them to
Yep.
behave, when you need them to do shit.
Well, can I? The only problem is when you change the rules of engagement.
Well, that's why I've
constantly.
said consistency is like
That's
the hardest
tough. You
thing
gotta
for
lie
me.
consistently, because if you're like, oh, I lied,
Everything
like,
you do has to be consistent as a
Yeah.
parent. It makes such a difference,
It
and
makes-
none of it. I don't do anything consistently.
you just everything.
I lie.
is
I
like-
tell the truth. I get mad. I don't get mad. They don't fucking know which
and
way
then
is
and
up.
then you're screaming, I'm telling the
Yeah.
truth this time. There really is a dead dog outside that I have to go
I told
see.
you we saw the dead rat today at the 42nd Street. Anyway, Double X Lexi loves pie. Double X says it's more like accidental lying. I promise them a trick to a park or
Right.
somewhere, and then I'm too fucking exhausted
Yes.
to do it.
All right.
That happens all the time.
That's
I don't know
a big
if that's
one.
lying. That's like you make a promise you can't deliver on.
Oh my god!
You
and
fucking make a
and
promise to
they
your kids. Oh my
remember.
God.
Do they remember?
It's not even necessarily about them remembering because they
Oh
do
my
remember
God.
everything.
You say anything, and it's just like
My
become
fucking
like
son,
Rain Man.
Has your kid ever yelled to you, "You promised," or then said you lied after you fucking pulled something back?
Have they ever said that? I have
Yes.
3 of them.
I know it's a
including
nightmare.
my wife.
That really hurts
4.
when that happens, and then you have to say we weren't lying.
And I keep saying, "Look, I promise that money came from somewhere."
Wow, look, man, you get
Now
all
I start
dark
crying.
with your weird shit.
Yeah, no, that's what I do.
So Courtney Jane 111 says she lies about little convenience things. The park is closing soon. The aquarium isn't open today. But if there's a teaching opportunity, we try to make clear that honesty is important. I never stress the importance of honesty in my home. Do what you're gonna do. Whatever, mix it up.
You know
We'll
what?
see what happens.
Let's see who can survive the best. in
The
this
liar, yeah. Well,
house. Yeah,
maybe you'll become president someday.
I don't know.
Nate got it. You didn't catch that one? Yeah.
Yeah, because our president's
Yeah.
a huge
Yeah.
liar.
Yeah. He's a
big
huge
time.
liar. President Trump.
Oh.
Get it? Yeah.
Yeah, now I got it.
So some of the lies that parents came up with, they're in a lot of these are under categories. Then at the end, there's a miscellaneous section which has some of the funniest ones. But Bentini80, this is an interesting point, I think, and I agree. She says, "What don't I lie about? I was at a kid's birthday party with a bunch of hippie moms, and one of the moms heard me lie to my son about something and said, I don't believe in lying to my kids. I also don't believe in bribes or threats." Bentini80 said, "What? Those are the foundation of my parenting."
That's funny.
And then one of the things she lies about, I mean, look, that's true, though. Like bribes, threats, lies. I'm not saying I'm a good parent, but these are the things that I do.
It's like Copland where you are. It's you live
in my house.
Yeah.
The
It's
whole
like-
place is full of cops.
Yeah, basically that lie, copying. Well, I'm
a
just
good
saying
movie. It's a good
the
movie.
movie Copland had a bunch of.
It's a good movie. Have you seen that one, Nate? I would
It
check
was
it out.
really really good with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's
Ray
1,000
Liotta.
movies you should see before Copland, but Copland's good.
The
Robert
only-
Patrick,
The only
Robert De Niro, you
you
blew
blew
it.
The only downside is who's that guy who's like tall and like obnoxious?
Sylvester Stallone?
No. He's tall.
I don't remember.
What was the other guy you said? He's got the curly hair. He's the
Robert
main.
Patrick. I don't remember.
No, not Robert Patrick.
Carrot was a Carrot Top. He really dramatic.
Fuck it.
Turn
I don't
in that
know.
movie.
But he's
I,
super
you know what I
obnoxious.
appreciate?
And he's the main fucking catalyst of the whole movie, but he's the one that they
I don't
they
remember.
had.
It's Michael Rappaport.
That guy. He's very
He's
irritating.
not that tall. What are you talking about?
Mike Rappaport's like 6'5".
I appreciate the fact that even though we can't talk about like the same 80s movies or like junk movies,
Yeah.
we can talk about Avatar and then Copland.
Yep, we can switch it up,
I'm loving it.
and then we can talk.
I'm loving it.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
don't whistle in the mic.
So we're going to get into, there's a bunch of different categories, right? So sometimes what you lie about are things about places or activities that you don't want to do, that your
Right.
kids want to do, right? So Wanita Franco says, I tell my kids the park is closed. I say we aren't allowed outside when it's dark or cold,
Right.
or we don't have money for that, which is sometimes true, I think, for
Right.
all of us. A bunch of people said that.
I say that a lot when I'm talking about the park. And I'm like, I just
It's
simply
closed.
don't
Oh, I
have
don't- I
the
can't
money.
afford it.
I can't
I'm
afford it.
sorry.
And they're like, Dad, what's wrong? And I go, and then I start crying and they say, Dad, is everything okay? And I go, of course it's fucking not okay, you son of a bitch.
Oh, my God. I liked it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a joke,
Nope.
and I enjoyed it. Relatable mom memes. Go check out her page. Says, I lie to get out of shit I don't want to do. The park is closed. We don't have the stuff to make cookies. I feel sick. I feel sick too.
Yeah.
The Robinson Life says, I lie to my kids about when parks and stores are open. We all do it. You're driving by a place and your kid's like, I want to go there. No, it's closed today.
No, I can't do
It's
it.
closed on
Oh,
Tuesday.
shit, I wish, but unfortunately there's special ends on Wednesday, and because we only have a coupon for Thursday, that you ever do that? You get really elaborate with it, and they're like,
No.
what are you talking about? And you're just like, things aren't going well.
I've literally never done that.
Okay.
You know what? I just say this is the fucking truth of the matter is. Some blanket lie. I don't get into
Yeah,
the
the truth of the matter is
There's no truth in
they're
what I'm
going
about
out
to
of
say.
business. They're going out of business.
So Katy Ayers, I think, says that she tells her kids Chuck E. Cheese is invite only. I don't even know what that means. You have to
be
wait for a
invited.
letter
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
mail to
yeah.
go to Chuck E.
Like
Cheese.
Santa.
Do you like Chuck E. Cheese?
I've never been.
I've
I've been,
I've been,
but I think I've been
Jesus
somewhere. around.
Christ, the kid who grew up in fucking England again.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to fucking stop
I've
lying.
been to Wimpy.
What's
I've been to
Wimpy?
Oh, the worst burger chain in the history of the
Oh,
world.
I've seen it. Is it Wimpie?
It might be. I think it was Y. I thought it was Y, but it might be
Why?
IE.
Because I love you.
No, that doesn't make any
That was
sense
Mickey.
either.
That was Mickey Mouse.
Um,
Nate blank looking at you.
the
You ever heard of
only
Mickey Mouse?
the only hamburger chain that somehow didn't succeed because it put mustard on its burgers. Weird.
Only mustard?
Weird.
Only mustard?
Yeah,
That
only
was their
mustard.
thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, fuck ketchup,
Yeah.
guys? We're
Yeah.
going
Yep,
mustard?
we're going
That is
mustard.
weird. Why wouldn't you just let them choose?
Because the person in charge, who is otherwise known as the CEO, was a huge fan of mustard.
None of this is true.
It's actually fucking really true.
Not all of that was
Wimpy
true.
Burger.
It sounds
was
like you were getting into the
big piece
details
shit.
of a
No,
lie. and
no,
you blew
it was big.
So
enough.
Alicia Mowry
It-
said she told her daughter when she was 2 that the playground is closed after it rains, and now she's 4, and if she sees kids on the slide after rain, she tells her mom the police are going to get those kids. This is
That's
this
a
is
good
the
point.
challenge.
That's a good point.
But again, that's 2 and 4. When the kid's 10, they're not going to believe it, and if they do, you got bigger problems than lying to your
Yeah,
kids. All right, you got a kid who's going to be a fucking victim his whole life because he doesn't know the difference between a joke lie when he's fucking 10 years old.
Yeah. Or
Right?
you're gonna have a kid that just kind of rocks back and forth and goes, "They're gonna get them kids. They're gonna get them all. They're gonna get them all.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of those kids.
At
They're gonna
10,
get them
that's
all.
what's
Kids.
happening
All
to
those
them?
kids. All those kids are gonna get.
Okay, you're doing Rain Man now?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
What'd you say, Nate?
Grows up to be a cop.
Oh, in Copland. It's all fucking full circle, and every
fucking
once in a
full
while,
circle,
he says,
mother-
I see you. We fucking brought it all around. JP John says he lies for survival. The store is closed. So this always reminds me, a lot of these things remind me of in the movie Jerry Maguire.
Yep.
With Jonathan Lipnicki.
Yep.
Who's the little kid who's Renee Zellweger's son. He's 4 or 5. And Tom Cruise shows up at her house drunk one night, and he comes out and he's talking, and he's trying to get Tom Cruise to go to the zoo.
Yep.
And Tom Cruise is drunk, so he doesn't have his filter on, and he's just getting annoyed at the kid. He goes, Ray, the fucking zoo is closed, Ray. And everyone in the theater laughed it up.
Right.
Funny line. But it was also, he was telling the truth. The zoo is fucking closed. It was like 11 at night. So it doesn't even have anything to do with our topic. Just this shit reminds me of it. This is my brain.
No, you've
fucking zoo is
isolated-
closed.
You've isolated a moment in pop culture where
A
a
lot
very
of people
famous
know that
actor lied to a very small
He
boy.
didn't lie. That's the thing. He's telling the
Not-
truth.
that's a good point. I'm sorry. Was truthful for the first time, and guess what? Guess how much it hurt? A lot.
Jonathan Lipnicki. You
But
know
it
he's
was-
really buff now.
No, I didn't.
He's
know.
like ripped.
Carrot Top, too.
Tight.
Carrot Top ripped. That's maybe even weirder.
You just what's even weirder is that you know that both of these people are ripped. That seems
Well, no.
that seems like
The only reason I
that
know
seems
it.
the first
The only
place
reason
that
I know
would
it is
start
because
with
it's
the
weird.
weirdness.
Nate knows that Carrot Top is ripped because it's weird.
Uh,
The only reason we
false
know it is it's
equivalency.
incongruous.
False
It
equivalency.
doesn't make
doesn't
sense.
matter what Nate knows. I'm
Shut
talking
the
about what
fuck
you
up.
know.
Nate,
Doesn't matter what I know.
is goddamn right it doesn't.
I don't care what ripped people he knows. I care about what ripped people you know.
I
Do you
don't know
understand?
any ripped people because I keep them out of
Jonathan
my life. They make me
Lipwinski
sick.
and
Lipnicki. I
whatever
don't
his
know
fucking-
him. I just know of him.
And
And
you-
that he's ripped and he looks very good with his shirt off. Fucking zoo is closed.
God damn, you. The best part is you're not lying about that.
About how good he looks?
Yeah.
Look, I'm comfortable in my sexuality. I can acknowledge when another man has a nice physique.
You just do you say I see you and you bring your braid out?
I don't ever quote fucking Avatar because it's
You
junk.
start waving at him. Your braid.
You know what? my
Your little braid.
I wish I had a braid.
And you're like, and then he gets a
People
little.
are always
strange.
making fun of
What's
man
happening?
buns. I wish I had the kind of hair that allowed me to have a man bun. I'm not saying I'd have a man bun, but I've always wanted long
You'd
hair.
want like a long straight
I
hair.
wanted a long do. It's fucking cool. I had a friend who
Fro.
looked like Spicoli
Yeah.
in like high school and in the first couple of years of college. Total surfer long dude. Now he's fucking bald as a cue ball. In your face, Pat. Anyway, so a lot of people lie about
Oh my
eating.
God.
Smell so says he or she lies mostly about food. Mom, can I have more unhealthy snacks? Sorry, kid, we're out.
Yeah, there's no more.
Obviously. J Van Deen RN, J underscore Van Deen underscore RN said, I told my son his favorite restaurant was closed, so we didn't have to eat there again. Because you just get sick of the shit they like.
Yeah.
Evil 26, evil with a Y, says, I lie so they can eat healthy. I lie about me loving vegetables. I don't eat veggies.
Oh yes.
That's what you got to do, though.
Hold on a
You've earned the
second.
right to not eat that shit because you're old
Evil
enough.
26. Way to go. What a.
Congratulations.
Well, I will say this. We covered this on the
Hypocritical
eating.
word.
Yeah, hypocritical parenting. I will be serving my kids like garbanzo beans or chickpeas, whatever you want to call them, because there's two names for the
They
same
call them
thing.
chickpeas, I think.
Okay. And I don't think I've ever willingly
Eaten a chickpea. Yeah, but
like
we've had this conversation.
A raw chickpea with the skin.
Have you
that
ever had
comes
like a
off.
roasted or like a dried chickpea with a little spice on it?
No. I mean,
It's
look,
fucking good.
everything that comes from chickpea is amazing. Hummus. and-
Everything.
yeah, hummus and
What else
falafel.
besides hummus?
Falafel.
Oh, I think I've ever had one. Isn't
You've
that
never-
weird? I think
what?
I've had one, yeah.
You never had a falafel?
I think I had one.
Oh my
that
god,
weird?
you're missing out.
Eh,
Falafel's great.
I don't disagree with you.
The chickpea itself is mealy, and it's kind of gross.
No, I'm not going to listen to this.
So I'm just saying, good for you, Evil 26, to sit there with a plate
I
full of veggies.
apologize to the chickpea lobby and anybody else who's big into chickpeas.
Yeah, big chickpea.
A Terrence underscore 88 says, if my kid doesn't want to eat a certain meat, sometimes I tell him it's chicken. Tell a kid, pork? No, that's chicken. They don't know what pork is.
Yeah.
My mom did that to me. Yeah, because I wouldn't eat pork or even beef, and she would say it's chicken.
It's just a weird, it just seems more weird. And then you say it's chicken. Oh. Although my kid loves steak.
Nope.
No
got
comment?
Nothing. No,
Miss-
nothing.
Mrs.
It's,
Thomas underscore
completely
says she
innocuous.
lies that Duncan is already out of donuts. There are a couple of donuts comments. My 4-year-old, almost 4-year-old loves donuts. He's had maybe
Okay.
like a half a donut his whole life, and it's those shitty fucking maple cider donuts at the fucking
The
pumpkin
dry-
patch.
the
That
dry-
shit, that
so
shit sucks.
dry.
Yeah.
You
Fuck a
just-
dry donut.
What?
Fuck. It
What?
came out wrong.
What
I'm not
do- what
interested
do
in
you want
eating
us
a
to do?
dry donut.
No, no one wants to eat a dry
Give me a Boston cream.
No.
You
You're
at least
going
gotta
the
have
wrong
some
way.
frosting.
You're
No, a
going the
Boston
wrong
cream is
way.
fucking delicious.
It's
One of the top 3 best fucking donuts ever.
No, start with glazed and then work your way back.
I like glazed.
Yeah,
I'm not big in just frosting,
the
but
chocolate
if it's frosting with the cream in it, I'll smash that real quick.
cream. I'm not into the cream in
You
the
won't
thing.
do
Like the
jelly?
jelly. What about a jelly?
I don't
What
like
about a
jelly. I don't like jelly. I don't like fruit-based desserts. We've been through this. Get your fucking fruit out of my shit.
Sounds like someone's shit needs to get out of my fruit.
So a lot of people use the I don't want to share, so I tell my kids shit is spicy. A lot of people were talking about how they get out of ice cream. Sabrina underscore Dundon says the ice cream machine is broken today. Marshawn's 5 says, when our oldest was 3, we told him the ice cream truck was a music truck. He thought it was so nice. Oh, what a nice thing for them to do. Just bring music to the neighborhood.
that's a boss power move. Right
A lot of people said this
Oh,
one.
that thing? That's just a.
It's
Well,
just
but
the
all the
music- it's
kids
the
are
music
going
truck.
up,
Yeah.
and the guy's shouting ice cream. No, it's
No,
part of the.
It's
that's
also
part
a
of the
music
song.
truck with one song
Part of
that
the song,
sucks.
Yeah.
A lot of people said this. El Karate 511, Charlie Jizex said the ice cream truck only plays music when they were out of ice cream. So the kid hears the ice cream truck and you're like, no, that the only reason the song is playing is because they are out. They're letting you know they're out. A lot of people say that. Christina.A.Robinson said, I told my 3-year-old that it's against the law to buy candy on Saturday nights. I like this shit. Like
Just like
really elaborate
Yeah. Well, that's it.
premises.
I'm sorry. What county are we in? Oh, right. No, I'm sorry. The law in this county prohibits us to buy ice cream beyond 3 o'clock.
Low carb underscore debt free underscore dreamer says, I tell my kid the chocolate I'm eating is poop. You know what? There's some lines I won't cross.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Convenience is all well and good. I'd like to keep my dignity a little
Man,
bit.
yeah, you're going to have a tough time when they get older, right?
So another category was toys, and how people lie and to try to get out of having to play the toys.
Well, here we
with
go.
their
We're in
kids.
the season, right?
This is
we
the
are in
season.
the
Christmas season, the
Yeah,
holiday
the
season.
holiday season.
Hanukkah, I think, starts next week. Beginning of next week.
I'm not sure. but
Kwanzaa.
yeah, maybe.
Anyone?
Oh, it's all good. Present season.
I don't know
It's
any
called
dates
present season. I don't know.
for things.
25th is the only thing I know.
When's Canadian Christmas?
Yeah. 29th. Hey.
Hey,
Leave us alone, eh?
That's
Boxing,
Fonzie.
but
That's
they,
Fonzie
you know what?
Christmas.
They celebrate Boxing Day, which is
The day after
the
Christmas,
absolute
right? That's
the
a
best.
good idea.
It
yeah.
really
It
is
a
the
good
best
idea.
day. You just sit around in your pajamas playing with your presents.
So
It's
when it
awesome.
comes to toys, Super Toph says it's amazing how often the things my kids want to play with are broken or out of batteries. It is. Oh, sorry, that's busted, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't have any batteries for that. KitKat _ triple _ KitKat30 says that I say that if the toys leave the playroom, I will throw them away. So those are tough, right? And she says I've never have done that, and I don't even know why I say it.
Right.
But that's the kind of thing where if they
That's
call
a
your
threat.
bluff,
That's a threat, a regular.
yes. But if they
straight
call
up.
your bluff and you don't follow through, that's
I'm gonna
problematic.
do it.
So my wife gets mad at
gonna
me
do
a
it.
lot because I'll immediately jump from fucking 0 to 60 on discipline. Go to timeout and fucking I'm throwing out your Nintendo or whatever. Right? Just immediately. And then I obviously don't do it because it's the heat of the moment thing, but you lose credibility if you don't follow through. So that's a tough one. What I'm saying, KitKat30, is get in there and throw some shit away. Pull some shit out of that playroom.
Yeah.
Jackie _Sharp says the batteries are dead. I have no idea where they went. Ali Fraser 921 says she'll say something is broken. If it's just an annoying toy that needs batteries, you don't want to deal with it. Everyone does
That
this.
moment that you put the batteries in, you don't know what the toy sounds like. You put the batteries
Oh
in.
my
It's
God.
Christmas morning. You put them in, and all of a sudden your life has changed.
There's a couple of toys that
and
you
you're
can't
just like,
lower
this
the
is-
volume.
Yeah, no, you can't lower.
You can't turn off the volume.
And your kid's like doing the siren, and you're like, okay, this has
And
to
it's the
stop
one they want to play with the
immediately.
most.
And they're fresh batteries because you
Oh my
made
God, yeah.
sure because of course you're a great
good
parent,
parent.
and you really want them.
You want
but
them to enjoy the gift.
all you're thinking of is I'm gonna cut all of the wires inside of that thing, and then I'm also gonna take the batteries out of that toy.
Well, that's all you need to do is think about it. You don't need to open it up and cut the wires out, my man.
Yeah,
Okay.
good point.
Abby Flett. So a bunch of people talk about the iPad. She says she told her kids the iPad doesn't work when it's sunny outside. Oh, just doesn't work. They have a
Oh.
system that just doesn't work when there's
Oh,
sun out.
no.
So you got to go out in the garden to play. So I assume she said go out in the garden. She's from like the UK or something.
Yeah,
That's something that they would say over there.
yeah. Maybe she's from the Bronx. Get the fuck out of the
Get in the garden.
Get in the goddamn fire escape.
Sometimes Lynchy ML says she'll say she can't remember where she put the iPad. Let me think about it. Hold on, let me rack my brain. I've done that. I don't remember where it is. I'll figure it out. I'll find it in a minute. Then you just hope they forget.
I'm sort of stuck on the handle, to be honest with you.
Lynchy ML.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm saying it
No,
correctly.
I don't.
It could be Lynn Chimel.
That would be better. I feel like.
You don't like the word lynch, is what you're saying.
Yeah, or Lynchy, because
It's like a playful take on the concept.
Lynchy's kind of like.
It's a cute version.
Yeah. No, I lynch every now and
You
again.
got an angry mom.
Kind of lynch. Yeah. I'm
So
into it.
Sierra Roxanne has an interesting one. She says, my kids have started asking me for toys they see on YouTube, and I just say, yeah, I'll buy them. Just say yes, so the kid
Oh my
thinks
God.
goes away
Super
happy,
deadass.
and then you don't buy it.
Yeah,
but
never-
then they call your
sure.
bluff, though, because kids don't
know.
forget
They don't
that shit.
forget.
They don't forget the
Remember?
shit they want. They forget the shit you ask them to do.
You know what?
What?
We need to put that on the wall. We need
What?
to write that down.
What I just said?
Someone needs to write it down. I don't know who's going to do that.
I have a blog.
Okay. Well, write it
Should I
down.
put it on there?
Yeah, put it on your blog. Make T-shirts and start selling them because that is a great slogan.
Make T-shirts.
Yeah.
I gotta make
with that
so,
slogan on them.
I don't even want to say my idea for my best.
Remember what
my
was our
best
other
T-shirt
what was our
idea.
other T-shirt idea? Die, cry, hate.
Yeah, that wasn't a T-shirt. That was like home decor.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So we'll have die, cry, hate instead of live, life
For the nursery.
Yeah. No. For the
Live,
living
laugh,
room.
love,
Live,
die,
laugh,
cry,
love.
hate.
Yeah. Die, cry,
Yeah.
hate, and then whatever you just said because it was I can't remember.
They don't forget the things they want. They only forget the things you ask them to do.
Right. That's
Fucking-
that's it.
Print it up.
Print it up.
Nate didn't like. Nate's falling asleep. He didn't like it. Nate's not impressed.
All right. Well.
Well, your instincts are garbage.
Okay. I know that. We all know that.
So some of the funniest ones I put in the miscellaneous section where people just said random lies that they use on their kids. Maria F. Patterson said, one of her favorite lies is the best part of college was studying and learning. I enjoyed some of the learning. Nate?
I hated all of college.
Wow.
No, college was great.
Yeah, if you don't enjoy
Come
college,
on.
yeah, problems.
You missed the bus.
Janelle, or you went to the wrong, you probably went to BU. Janelle Stokes says, as toddlers, I told them the new car had a thumb-activated eject button for in-car bad behavior.
There you go.
There you go.
That's what you got to do. You got to keep that tight in the car.
Keep it nice and
Keep
tight,
that
high
shit-
and tight.
Yeah, you got to keep that.
The old high and tight.
The kicking of the seats.
Then you just eject them.
whining.
No, but you can't use it on that.
It would be nice if there was a feature that if the car door would open while it's moving, but there was like a protective. There's no way that your kid would fall. You need.
It's just a thought. You should.
I'm just sort of
reach out
thinking,
to Elon Musk
I'm
and see if he can.
I'm thinking out loud. Just a little bit of like maybe a seat tilt.
So listen to this. Listen to this. I thought
Okay.
this was funny. Bree_handslit Perico. Bree_handslit Perico
Okay.
said she uses the 15 minutes of silence gambit. So her kids do silence at school for Remembrance Day, where they'll do 15 minutes silence. Everyone's like a moment of silence.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's for 15 minutes at school. That's a long
that's
fucking
very
time.
long
And she uses that herself. So she's like, one time we passed a dead rabbit on the highway, so I took my opportunity to call for 15 minutes of silence for the dead rabbit. She's like, they're super somber every time we
my
do it, and
God.
sometimes I feel like a
Amazing.
piece of shit, but it fucking works.
You know what? Now
Having that in your back pocket, like that you can bust out the, oh, sorry guys, we need to recognize something here for 15 minutes.
having a bunch of dead
Incredible.
rabbits in your trunk that you
Just
can
to
somehow
throw.
fling, that you can just sort of
Well,
produce.
I don't think the point is that it's always rabbits.
There's a lot of dead rabbits around.
So speaking of rabbits, this one's a little dark.
Okay.
So one boss lady who told us earlier that she hates Iowa, she grew up there and now lives somewhere else,
All right.
said she told her daughter that bunnies are allergic to cats, but listen to why. Her daughter was visiting her mom, so her daughter was visiting grandma,
Okay.
and mom accidentally killed her daughter's bunny because she forgot to feed it.
Well, wait a second.
Hold on a second,
Okay.
right? I think that's manslaughter. It's not like homicide, right? Anyway, I feel pretty bad about this, she said. So, points to her for feeling pretty bad about
Yeah,
it.
good. Cool.
And then her daughter called to tell her she wants a cat. So I said, bunnies are allergic to cats. And her daughter said, bye, bunny. And she was like, fuck yeah. Now I don't have to try to replace the dead bunny she doesn't know is dead. Because she's just like, oh, the kid was already good with getting rid. She wants a cat more.
She just
So
swapped
the
out
kid was just
the
like, fuck
cat.
that bunny.
Wow. Is this
I would have said, well, I had to kill the bunny because you said you didn't want the bunny
yeah,
anymore.
that's how we
you
do it.
turn it around and
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
even worse to the kid.
and you go, this is what you want?
This is snap his neck. You throw it against the wall like of mice and men.
This is really horrible.
It was, it was a dark one. That was a dark one. Let's get
But
back
can
to
I
lighter
just say that
It took me a while to read that and figure out what she was saying, and then I figured out what she was saying. It was like, oh, sort of wish I hadn't figured that one out.
I want to go back to the part where how long does it take a bunny to die without feeding it? That's really
the part you want to
fucking-
go back to?
Yeah, that's
Let's break
really-
this down, fucking minute by minute. What
No,
were the stages
I'm
of
just
death?
saying. I'm glad your daughter.
How long was she visiting grandma?
Yeah.
3 weeks?
I mean, fuck.
Look,
Fucking grandma. What's grandma's fucking email? Let's get there. Let's get some.
What is grandma's email?
Let's
One
get
boss
some
mom?
investigation going. That's kind of fucked up. I don't like that.
so Jay Tonelli77 says that he'll tell his kids or her kids she can't get the day off when there's a field trip because she doesn't want to chaperone. That's just a good move. That's just
That's like
self-preservation.
no. That's like a straight
Yeah.
up, straight up boss move. No, I'm sorry.
Tiny Tom Peekins K. I don't know. Tiny
Pekinsk?
Tompkins K. Tiny Tompkins K. I tell my 5-year-old at the store, the restaurant, or wherever we're at that their police will come if she doesn't stop whatever she's doing, presumably misbehaving. P. Larson says he'll use the lie. I already know what happened. This is your one chance to tell me everything, right? The ultimate. You call the bluff. That's
Oh.
for like an older kid usually.
Well, hold on
probably.
a second. Is this person a detective? It sounds like it. We know everything, but I want you to
But
tell
that's,
me.
yeah, but that's the thing. You just call the bluff.
Yeah, I've never used that.
They may have. They're
you
either
ever
they're
used
either
that?
a detective or they've ever watched a single fucking cop show ever. Which one? Which one do you think?
I've
it
watched
is?
a lot of cop shows.
They're
I've
an
never
actual fucking
used it.
detective. God damn it, Pete.
All right, well, that's a good parenting technique. I'm just saying. Can we just give a
All right,
second
look,
to
I'm
just
sorry. I'm sorry I
say-
jumped down your throat.
to say like I've never said I know everything.
No, but
This
I can
is
see
your
that happening
one
when you have like a
chance.
teenager. Like when your teenager is they're more likely to lie to try to get out
Oh
of
my
something.
God, you're
A real thing. It's clearly a real incident.
Teenager
You're not going to say
fucking
that
know.
if there's a fucking stain on the couch. I already know what happened. Tell me everything. That's not how it works. It's an older kid.
the
who's
only
trying to...
reason I want to know why there's a stain on the couch.
Look, Geck Gurley says he tells his kids Paw Patrol only works on the shitty TV in the basement. Lucky Stars 4583 says she tells her 2-year-old son, "Sorry, son, Blippi only comes on at the babysitter's house." I know, it's so weird.
Weird.
I like
That's a
that
good
one.
call.
I like that one. Does it act like it's a strange phenomenon? I don't even understand why Blippi doesn't work
I
here.
don't know.
So pixiedustinlove did something nice. They told their kids they were going to see their aunt twice and surprised them with trips to Disneyland. Isn't that nice?
Oh, I see. So you lied in the reverse.
They lied in the reverse.
Yeah, that's cool.
When I was a kid, there
And
was
so
like a
now
weekend.
they're like, every time they're like, hey, their aunt's coming to town, they're like, yeah, fuck
Disneyland.
yes, fuck yes.
Me and my brother were stuck in the back seat as my parents like drove us to like art galleries one day in Connecticut when we were kids, and it was fucking excruciatingly boring. And then like we went somewhere else, and then they were like getting back on the highway, like the Merritt or 95 or whatever, to go. They're like, we got to go to one more gallery, and we're like, oh my god, this fucking sucks. And then they pulled off into the movie theater, and they surprised us with going to see a movie. We're
Oh
like,
my God.
oh.
What movie? Rad?
I think it was Gremlins, but I may be conflating two different stories because there's a Gremlins story I have too. That's for another time.
You know what? You got to write all this stuff down into a book and then publish it and then have all of the copies of that book be burned into a hole.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
into burning books then, huh?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
I didn't know that about you. Although
Just the books that you're writing.
Ackley._ says, we tell our son that things like his tablet or soap have gone back to their home planet, i.e. the dish soap he was obsessing over went back to planet Dawn. Why is your son obsessing over dish soap? This was by far the part up. This is the part I'm interested in. We tell our son that things like he's into have gone back to their home planet. His tablet, soap. Soap. What's your son doing with the Dawn?
You know what?
Very strange. I want to know more. So Ackley._ let me know. What does
know.
your kid like about the soap? It's very strange. Doe Party of 5 says he tells her kids if they don't brush their teeth well, worms will grow in their mouths. They are terrified.
That's a great. This is good.
Scared straight.
This is another good one.
These are things. These
This is a
are
very good
effective
one.
tactics.
The worms growing in your mouth. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Did you brush your teeth? Oh, fuck. No, I didn't. Shit.
Well, I guess you got some fucking wormies in there, bitch.
Worm. Not like. Yeah, that's good.
Like the worms when you eat raw food,
Yep.
like an animal gets out of their ass. One of the absolute worst experiences of my life was.
What? I don't know. Wait, where is this going? Oh my god! At first I was like, okay, and now I'm like, now I'm
in
intrigued.
Dumber, where he goes, I got worms.
Okay.
This is what he wants to name his pet store. I got worms.
Yeah. Okay.
Out of context.
Yep.
I'm not going to get into the time my cat had worms. Okay, it was not a fun experience for anybody. Have you ever seen the movie with what's it fucking called? Whoopi Goldberg plays like a Jamaican nanny, and Neil Patrick Harris, one of your favorites, plays like her young kid, her charge. And I think there's a worm. Oh, you know what?
Oh my god! Here we go. Wow, what an amazing
I think it's called
story.
Clara's Heart or Clara's Song, and the only reason.
Oh my god. He has. I don't even know what's happening right
Yeah,
now.
what is happening?
He's
He
in a
just made
fit.
himself laugh.
He's in a fit.
I literally thought.
Oh my god.
I thought there was
We're talking about worms. I don't know. Where are you going?
I thought there was a worm.
Oh man.
Thought there was a worm.
Crying.
Yeah, this is.
I thought there was a worm subplot in Clara's Heart. Like,
Okay.
what movie has a fucking subplot about a cat having worms? The only reason I thought that is because I was.
Oh god.
I was.
The fuck?
I'm in pain.
What? Holy shit, dude!
I was watching Clara's Heart when
All
I
right.
found out my head had It's not in the movie. It just happened while I was watching the movie. And then I thought, imagine a movie had a subplot about a kid finding out his cat had worms. What movie is this?
It was you.
It was me. You
Oh
never
my
could.
God. And you just
Oh my God.
you brought real life
God,
into
a literal pain.
Wow. I'm glad you brought us there. That was good.
Crying. Anyway.
Clara's heart subplot about a cat that had worms. And
what a movie! It
What
would
a-
have been.
what a movie.
That's what would have brought it over the top. Clara's heart.
you know
it's
what?
Not a good
it
film.
missed out the Oscars on that.
Well, maybe if they had the worm
yeah,
scene, it wouldn't
exactly.
have.
Exactly.
So Holly Anko says that she makes any placard read what is convenient for me. Meaning, if she sees a sign, she'll be like, "Oh, see here, it says no screaming at the park."
Okay,
'Cause her kids
another
can't read
Holly
yet.
Anko, another very
Yes,
good line.
That's a
Very,
parent hack.
very
That's a
good.
parent hack,
Parent
and that's
hack
great.
right there.
Darcy _peaceful_warrior will tell her kids, "You're my favorite. Don't tell the others," even though she has 3 kids.
3 kids.
Or she'll say,
in
"Your
the
teacher,
house."
your teacher texted me. You have to sleep in your own bed." I do think it's funny that your kids they fear the
Okay.
teacher more than
Yeah,
you, right?
Of course.
They come home and one of the things we say all the time is would you act this way at school?
Right.
Or would you say that to one of your teachers?
Right.
Right? Then don't say it to us. So it's just the familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah, and contempt also breeds contempt. Additional
Sure.
contempt.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I have a lot of contempt for you. It keeps growing.
Yeah, but my son has a thing where he's not really even listening to his teacher, so that's an interesting.
Oh, really?
new
He's
phenomenon.
defiant.
Yeah, he's just he's like a big id. He doesn't.
Right, he just does
He
what he
doesn't
wants.
know what's
No
what,
impulse control.
which is irritating on all fronts. But yeah, we constantly are telling him that he's always saying, "Can I bring this toy to school?" And we're like, "No, your teacher said you can't bring any toys." He's like, "Okay, got it. What about this toy?"
Yeah, right.
And
What about
just,
this other toy?
He'll bring out 20 toys. He'll just go down. What about this one? Okay, no, I know you said that. What about this? Like, dude, what the fuck?
Do you know
Mongo?
what toy means?
Yeah, Jesus, we got
So-
bigger problems.
That's funny because Paul Opolsky, world's biggest CFL fan, says, "When I get sick of reading the same book over and over to my son, I tell him that I forgot how to read." Sorry, buddy. I
Wow.
lost it tonight.
Wow, that's
It's
good. I
not
wonder
bad.
how do you
It
do
depends
that?
on how young the kid is. Crystal Brook, that's
That's
with 2
but,
zeros.
That's tough because then your son's like, man, my dad's like,
Yeah, how's he holding down a job?
Some real tough
Crystal
times.
Brook with 2 zeros instead of O's says, "I tell my youngest that there are baby fairies that will turn him into a baby if he's acting super bratty." Not bad.
Okay.
Disciplinary tactic.
Interesting.
Carl's Bad 25 says, "I even accept help from grandparents. We had a date night and we decided to go to Dave and Buster's after dinner. I accidentally mentioned this in front of our 3 boys who got all upset about it. But before I could say anything, my mother-in-law said it was a special adults-only night for parents."
That's good.
Dave and Buster's
That's
only
how you do
allows
it.
parents.
I
That
want to
is
go.
good.
I want to go back for a second because Crystal Brook talking about how fairies will turn your baby into kids. I mean, essentially, that's what all fairy tales are about. It's just like cautionary tales, like go in the woods.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
well,
fucking
the
eaten
Grimm's
by
fairy tales are very graphic.
Go in the woods.
yeah.
Oh, you want to walk away? Here's the deal. You're gonna get fucking eaten by a
If you
motherfucking
don't listen to your
witch,
parents,
bitch.
you're gonna get
Yeah.
fucked.
Oh, you want to go off and have an adventure? Guess what? Also fucked.
Guess what?
Here's the thing. Stay close, but don't make a sound.
Yeah,
stay
seriously.
away.
You're gonna
Stay
get-
close,
you're
but
gonna
stay
get
away.
Fucked. Right, Nate?
Well,
Nate didn't like our use of the term "fucked" there. We weren't being literal.
no. Come on.
Thank you.
Jesus. No.
Honestly.
But just you're going to get yourself in fucking trouble.
So there were a couple
me.
of people who said that they don't lie to their kids.
Here we go. All right, let's take a moment.
Tavil Ben,
Let's-
Taveilben
Here we go.
says, I'm super honest. My
Ugh.
parents weren't, and it gave me trust issues, so I tell it all like it is. I don't think you're being honest right now. Sure, if we're talking about real things, yes. You're not.
Busted.
But I find it impossible to believe that you are fucking so hardcore honest with your fucking 2.5-year-old that you won't be like, no, the zoo is closed, Ray, or whatever.
What's that movie with Viggo Mortensen where he's out in Alaska?
History of Violence.
No, that's a good one. But he's got a busload of kids and they're driving and his mom, his wife,
The Captain
dies.
Fantastic.
Yes,
They live off the grid. I
And
haven't seen it. Is it
It's fucking amazing. And talk about being super
good? And
honest.
he's super honest about everything.
And not just that, but there's like this super crazy awkward moment where this 9-year-old's like, "Hey, Dad, how do people have sex?" And he's driving a bus. He's like, "Well, a man puts his, pieces in vagina."
Yeah.
He's like, and you're
Wait, is that how?
I mean, that's not how I do it, but that's how I put an offering at the end of our bed and I start crying.
Oh my God.
It's a long story, but I have to obviously be crying the whole time. But it's a cringeworthy scene, but because he's being so
Right,
brutally
but-
honest, and his kids are like super smart and they're
Yeah.
amazing. in every
But
way.
look, that's fine. But that's like older kids talking about real things. I'm saying like there's like white lies. I'm pretty sure she's not talking about white lies. You can
We
be
just-
honest with your kids. The white lies don't count against that. This dumb
Everything-
shit. Everyone does shit convenience to get out of it. To get out of doing some
No,
shit.
but my point with Captain Fantastic is that here was a question that came from a 9-year-old that was like they could easily been like, no, the
Yeah,
fairies come and like the store comes and he just goes in super graphic detail and explains
Yes.
exactly how the processes worked.
Okay.
To the point where I had to watch it a couple times because I
You
got
need to
I got a
figure it
little
out.
I got
Well,
a
how come there's no
I got a
crying in
little
this
Yeah,
version?
that's weird. What about the offering? Where do you put the offering? I don't get that.
No one gets that part.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that's what I think about when people are like, I don't lie. That
Mama
level.
underscore llama with 3 L's says when she thinks about people who don't lie, she says anyone who tells you they don't lie to their kids are fucking liars. And I wasn't saying Tavil Ben was a liar. I'm just saying they're probably not really including some of those small lies of convenience. Unless they are fucking so on the fucking straight and narrow.
Like, who the fuck is going to be like, is Disneyland still open? And you've been there the whole day, and you're going to be like, yeah, it's still open for another
Right.
9 hours.
You're right.
Like, no one's
It
going to
doesn't
say
make
that.
you
You're
a
gonna
bad
say,
person.
No,
It doesn't
it's
make me a
not.
bad parent because I lie to my kids to get out of like giving them the food that I want. It makes me a bad parent for doing all the other stuff that I do. The white lies are nothing.
Yeah.
Um,
It's all the big time lies.
Mama underscore cat 321 says nowadays I can't lie because they'll call me out on my shit. Mama ain't raising no fools.
There you
So
go.
when your kids get older, I think that's interesting when they know better.
Yeah, but do they? Does
No, they
anybody?
never do. Do I? No.
No, nobody.
So before we wrap up, we want to get into some comments from our last couple of episodes. We had the Shitty Toys episode last week. Dana Bosday said, "This is the slime that you hate. My daughter had slime once and ended up in a huge dried puddle in my carpet. It's a big throw rug, so we considered turning it around so it fits under the couch, but that means taking the... What is this story?
It means they have to move their entire
She's
living
saying
room
slime
around.
sucks because it's stuck all over the floor and you can't get it up. Is that true? Once it's stuck, like
Yeah.
it's hard to remove?
And that is why slime is to this day.
That's
outside
why
that,
you always leave a note.
That and glitter.
MK Stiv says, Pete, this podcast will be nothing without you. I love your insights and wisdom. What podcast is she fucking listening to?
No, I don't know.
Wisdom.
I don't know.
Plus, if Mike didn't have someone to piss off, this would not even be worth listening to. You know what? Maybe he pisses me
yeah,
off,
there you
MK
go.
Stiv.
No, I'm
And
pissed.
Mike, that belly laugh is a beautiful thing. You're going to love this episode then because I just had a much bigger one.
Oh my god! You just burst a blood vessel.
And on the chores, the worst parenting chores part 2, Sarge said he wanted to set the record straight.
Okay.
That he calls his son. No, his son.
Why don't you back up a little
I
bit?
called him out for nicknaming his son Jackhammer, and I said, "You're fucking copping."
Why?
Because my son is nicknamed the Hammer, and he has been for 4 years, more than 4 years.
Does he know this?
I mean, it doesn't matter if he knows it. He
Who
knows
gives
it
a
now. He doesn't know how long it was, but he says his son calls himself Jackhammer, so he didn't steal my nickname. His son, who's clearly been listening to our podcast, I hope he's giving it a rating.
Yeah, come on.
He says, I am merely honoring you gentlemen and your brilliant ideas of naming your children and wives instead of using their real names. Mama Buried took that name for herself. I use her real name, Heather. Mama Buried. Check it out. She stole it from me.
Oh my god.
My damn.
You did it.
She didn't take my actual last name, but she did take my influencer last name, my Instagram
That's
last
right.
name.
She did not take
No,
your
she
last
didn't.
name.
I hate laundry and dishes. I swear those are my silent jobs and they won't get done if I don't do them. I've tried the waiting game, but I lose every time because shit piles high. I think my wife uses the excuse that she cooks and births our children, so I have to do some fucking work. You think your wife uses that excuse?
No,
That's 100% what your wife does.
that's a big time.
I do all the laundry and the dishes, all of them.
Yeah.
My wife never puts anything in the dishwasher. And anytime I'm like, dude, just put it in the dishwasher. Like, she leaves everything out.
Right.
Every once in a while, I'll be like, fed up and I'll say that. Why
Yeah.
don't you put shit in the
Do you say
dishwasher?
dude?
And she'll immediately be like,
Whoa.
you leave your shit everywhere. Blah, blah, blah. It's
Hold
just
up.
a whole
Yeah.
whataboutism bullshit.
Sometimes you do the thing where you like crick your neck twice and you're like, all right, it's go time.
Let's get
Hey,
this
by
started.
the
You take
way,
your earrings off.
yeah,
You take your
you're
earrings
just
off.
kinda
And
like,
you're like,
okay,
here we go. Why
know
don't you
what?
put your shit in the dishwasher?
Put your shit in the and then you're just like, okay, I'm ready for it.
Sometimes
And
you
you're
need
like,
to have a
bring it on.
dust up. You need to clear the air.
Keep it
Right? You
interesting.
never win.
No, but you got to.
If you win, there's problems.
Yeah, no.
The women got to win.
Yeah,
The wives got to win.
of course, because that's how nature be. Is it?
Sometimes it be like that.
And sometimes it do. What are we talking?
Mating
Why are we
race.
talking like this?
I
It's
don't know.
weird. But at the same time, we want to say thank you to everybody. Can you imagine
All our patrons
Oh my
and all our
God.
listeners.
Our
47
patrons,
episodes, guys. We're
amazing.
coming up at the end of the year. We're gonna do like a clip show.
And yeah, it's gonna be good.
Go buy Kinder Perfect for
For
the
a
stocking
gift.
stuffers. Go.
It's a
What was it?
perfect
20
gift.
off dads
20 off
on
dads on
Kinder
Amazon.
on Amazon and 20 off daddy on Kinder Perfect.
Yep.
And if one of those doesn't work, try the other one on the other site. All right.
And just
I don't have this shit memorized.
Mix
I'm not
it up,
Sam Beckett
mix
from
and
Quantum
match.
Leap. Okay.
Look, the most important thing is Kinder Perfect is a great perfect gift for you.
It
and your
is
family.
the perfect. It is the Kinder Perfect gift. What do you want for Christmas?
All I want for Christmas, Mike, is a well-behaved child.
Oh, you should have just said Kinder Perfect. We're like basically doing an ad for it, and you fucking blew.
I really did fucking blow.
All right, guys.
Well, I'm gonna blow this and much more later.
Okay.
What a
I'm not going to be
fucking
involved in that.
wanker.
And we'll see you next week.
Holy shit! Bye bye.
I don't know why you would still be watching This Isn't a Marvel movie, no matter how much I look like Paul Rudd, which you can deny it all you want. It's there in the eyes, I think. I'm young looking like him. If you enjoyed the podcast, which you obviously did or you wouldn't be listening still, sign up on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you want to listen to. Comment here on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit that like button. We want to hear from you. Comments, questions, dirty jokes, money. All the money you can give us. We'd love it all. Catch you next time.